There is just nothing like blue skies, puffy clouds, a breeze, beautiful trees, and flowers along the roadside to help you to clear your head and to make good decisions. Being quiet in nature and just enjoying the day. A decision I have made. Stay tuned, guys, as I share with you. Thank you. Hey guys, Linda here, Serene and Simple Life. Okay, before I begin, two things before I share with you my decision from the other day when I was in quite a dilemma at a crossroads. I got something in my eye. It's my left eye. I don't know. It's red. I don't know if it's a blood vessel that broke. It doesn't really look like that. And number two, I'm staring at this little dot on my camera that I think is the camera. So let me know if this is working better for you. For those of you who are giving me some self-constructive criticism that it looks like selfies. I don't see that, and I've already explained that before, but to those of you who have commented, let me know, because I really don't know. You know, someone made a comment the other day, everybody else does it, like looks at the right place, and so it felt a little, I don't know, just a little over the top and critical. And so I know y'all are trying to help me, but okay, so with that said, two things. My eye I wanted to bring to your attention, and looking at this little dot. Okay, let me know if that's better, guys. Okay, woohoo, made a decision. I am here in Leavenworth today. Actually, I spent all day yesterday when I posted the video at the Wednesday Wisdom. I'll put the link in the description if you want to know what I'm talking about here. I spent all day yesterday in a town where the Acura dealer is, getting my oil changed, having my tires checked, and finding out the condition of my vehicle and showing the Acura dealer, Rob. Kudos to Rob, he was awesome. In Linwood, showing him my Nest. And it was blue in color with a lot of outside material. So I was concerned, like, where's this coming from and why is it blue? Because everything in my vehicle is tan. Even when a new camper friend tore out the trunk and looked behind where all the soundproofing is, that was all tan. Well, as it comes to be, it is some materials from inside my car. There's blue little zip ties, I don't know, there's some other blue, but he said a lot of it was from outside. Even campers are known for their blue tarps, so I can't wait to get back to my campsite and see if my tarp has been torn up that's under my tent. Okay, with that said, he empowered me in a big way. I say, as God would have it, I was put in touch with someone who has a cabin where I am working nearby and knows exactly where I'm at. And he said he has dealt with mice, and by the 4th of July, you know, week and a half away or whatever, that the problem is going to subside, the challenge, as it gets drier and they're not procreating like they are now, that things could really be looking up. And he said, this is the most beautiful time of year in Washington, July and August, if I can stick it out. So at first it was like, you know, I was leaning towards the, you know, having that job already lined up in Utah. Oh, and by the way, people have made comments Oh, there's mice in Utah. Yes, there is. But the first question I asked when I made the call to where the campground and where I'd be working is the mice condition. And they told me, for those of you who didn't read the comments, that they had no mice reports, and the owner of the campground has many cats to deter, whatever it is, the mice. So I felt confident. That was my very first question. Not that y'all just, aren't caring, but I thought that one through. So thank you for the comments there. And weather, I asked about weather, where I'm going to be, higher altitudes, not as hot as, Salt Lake City. So that was another good thing. Just kept weighing it out and praying, and I thank you all so much for your prayers and your thoughts and your support and your ideas. Some of the ideas I'm already have had in place: the peppermint oil, the dryer sheets, things that I started doing right away, blocking up the air vent. The Acura dealer does believe that they came in through the air vent in my trunk. And he also said he's been working there for 20 years and he's never seen situations with mice coming in the cab of a vehicle. So yay for that. Mostly in and under the hood. And he said the worst damage he's ever seen, I'm just giving you a backdrop here before I tell you my decision, is I don't know what the wire is. It's in front of the engine, and it does the brake. It shows you when you need, puts on brake if your brakes are failing, and engine light and those kinds of things. And he said it really doesn't need replaced, but it is like a $400 to $600 job. And the way I'll be able to tell, of course I looked before I went to the Acura dealer about chewed wires and all that, but they were in my trunk. And that the lights will come on and they'll stay on. So that would be my indicator. He said, other than that, in the Acura, the car that I have, the TL, that's the only place he's ever seen chew. So that made me feel he was boosting my confidence, and I know I'm rambling here a little bit, but every little bit I kept asking him questions. What kind of damage? Well, they didn't charge me. He didn't look into the damage. He doesn't think that there was that much. Now, I told him that there was a total of 6, and I'm going to give you that story next week in Trivia Tuesday. And that's not bait, okay? So for those of you who think it is, you don't have to watch. That's the bottom line. I'm just telling you right up front. That's when I'm going to do how they came in and all that blah, blah, blah. Just a fun little story when I can maybe laugh a little bit more about it. He said rarely has he seen them in the trunk. And he said there was probably something in the trunk that they wanted. Okay, now I do carry, if you've watched previous videos, I have these nice fabric containers. I kept the boxes in my cab, no food in the trunk, but I have those IKEA bags and lots of my product in there, as well as miscellaneous stuff. So who knows? Who knows? I hear that they like areas that are piled up, and of course my trunk was piled up with a lot of stuff. Well, the day I found the mouse, the story later, I removed, my trunk is empty now. Okay, so I took off Tuesday night, slept well Tuesday night, slept well last night, rest areas, no noises at all, nothing. So I know that they're gone. I know that they are. I'm not carrying a mouse around with me. I am sleeping in my car and I hear every noise. I have never been a heavy sleeper. I think that goes hand in hand with being a mom, and a single mom, just light sleeper. So I'm feeling very confident about that. And him telling, okay, so let me tell you what my decision is. I, drumroll, have decided to stay. Yeah. It is a pretty comforting decision, but human nature makes me play over what happened. And I'm pretty sure, now you can never be certain, I know, that if it happens again, that I am going to be out of there. I'm not going to keep like I said, getting back in the ring like I told you yesterday. I'm going to just head out. But I'm going to be diligent. Someone posted, hey, probably, yesterday was reactive, emotional, mental. Today is more like, okay, now I bought the Acura, Rob at the Acura told me to go to Harbor Freight and buy those not blinky, but those solar lights. And I was thinking I had to get battery operated. He goes, no, just go get they were $12.99. I'm going to put them around my vehicle. My manager told me to drive onto, or to lay plastic garbage bags down, the big black ones, and to drive onto them. That's very cool. I've got the bucket, the National Forest. You can YouTube that with a big bucket and a roller. That's going to go near my wheel. Those are going to be 3 new things. I do have a bucket back at my site now, so we'll have to see. It's under the picnic table. See when I get back, what that's all about. I've got dryer sheets now in my trunk. The trunk is empty, unlike when they came in. I did leave the hood open for a couple days after so I know about that, but now I'm going to be leaving it open full time. I'll close it at night because of the rain situation. I'll have the blinky lights, and I've decided I need to see where this goes, especially because the weather is so beautiful and I do like my job, and it's only really, 2.5 more months. And it's a good pay. I'm in the groove now. They say, new jobs like 30 days and, you're good. So I'm feeling like really, I know what I'm doing. It's 25 hours. In Utah, I could work as many hours as I want. I could do a 40-hour job, but then it's going to stress me as far as being a better reader, doing my beanies for the homeless that I'm crocheting, all of that. So the 25 hours is a beautiful thing. I'm going to move, I may even decide to move my car around, just out onto, I don't know, just move it to a different area and, shake things up a little bit. So I have my antennas on, and I do believe, 2 things, and it's really hard because they, in my faith, remember my faith, my beliefs is that they say that the devil walks around in sheep's clothing, seeing whom he may devour. Now, on one hand, I'm thinking, yep, the mice, God is wanting me to go try out something different. But then God isn't like one to create chaos in your life. But the devil is. And I'm like, okay, the devil is trying to steal my sanity and my serenity and the simplicity and everything beautiful that God lined up for me with this job. And I am kicking him to the curb, and I am going to give it my best to be empowered. Thank you again for all of those of you who said stay, because at first when I read your comments, the human part of me, easy for you to say, to stay. But you were empowering me, and I, after a day of growth and understanding, I'm a little on edge, but I'm going to do my best. I'm adding a few more things to the plate to do and see where we go. So if you don't hear back from me on this subject, I'm just still staying. Something new happens, I'll be back on it, and who knows, maybe leave and not even go get another job. I don't know at this point, because this is going to be one day at a time. So I'm going to go and enjoy the day now in Leavenworth. It's a very adorable town. And I'm going to splurge on a sausage. I don't drink. So, when you're in a Bavarian town, a beer and sausage would be a cool thing. But I'm going to do the sausage and just enjoy the beauty, and then head back the way. And, like I said, please continue to pray. I'm going to be on edge. But I'm also going to be very diligent and do my best. So thank you guys, and we'll talk to you soon. Remember to subscribe. And this coming Sunday is my 10 whys I have chosen to be a nomad, and then the following week will be my budget. All right, we'll talk to you soon. Later.